This is Phantom 2 VX6.
I don't want any part of this.
Beautiful design, RGB colors, ASMR clicky sounds, ergonomic design, and lots more. But is it the best choice for gamers under $10? Let's find it out in this video. It says it's a gaming mouse in the box though. Before starting, I just want to ensure you guys that this is not a sponsored video and I purchased it with my own money. Let's start with the unboxing. The box contained mouse, warranty card, manual and nothing fancy. But the mouse hand feels very solid, nice and comfy. It has these neon greeny color buttons in the side and the top. So total of 6 buttons in this mouse. It's spec time.
I don't want any part of this.
The mouse has gaming optical sensor, goes up to 60 IPS or 20G acceleration and goes up to 7200 dpi, only 120 Hz polling rate, Huano, 20 million clicks, 7 independently programmable buttons, 1.8mm nylon braided USB cable. Okay. Now beside of the specs, it says it's a gaming mouse, but for the competitive gamers out there, I don't think this is a mouse that can keep up because it's have only 125 Hz sample rate, which is very low for the gaming. I don't have a gaming setup to test it out, so sorry for that. But in my portable laptop, I can show you the software it comes with and what can be done with this mouse in the software. So let's check it out. Okay, for the software, we have to go to this website, Fantech official website, fantechworld.com, and I have this mouse, so I have to download the software, but I have to click the software button, and it will download. And I have already downloaded it, so I'll just open it. Okay, so the software basically looks like this. You will get all the functions for settings, like you can set every single buttons to anything. Like if I want my right button work as mid button, I can do that. If I want my mid button work as right button, I can do that. Also there is also have a DPI loop forward, and here is like some shortcuts type of thing, like you can do this mid button. You can just set it up for show desktop, double click, rapid fire, and also you can see that we have media, and there's a browse option, player option, volume up down, anything you can do, and you just have to set up accordingly. You will also get these profiles right here. This is basically save the settings that you have done. So I have saved my settings on this office tab, office profile basically, and you can also set it up like up to 4 profiles. And here is import option, export option. Like if you want to save these settings beside your software, you can do that by clicking on import, and vice versa, you can click on the export and export that settings immediately on any computer. With that said, this is actually you have to try it on your own. You can do lots of things with these options right here. Okay. Up next we can see there's micro settings. The Those who doesn't know what is micro, basically you can set any types of key phrase, I can say, so that it can be help in the in game, like you just want to shoot, and beside that you want to move move right and left. You can do that with this micro settings. Like if I gonna demonstrate it, you just have to press here and you will get these options. You have to create a new group. Okay, in that group you have to just add a new micro. Okay, here is a micro, and then you just have to press the record button. And like I want to when I will shoot the enemies, I want my movement will be left and right, so I will click the A and D button. Okay, here you can see there's all registered. I can delete this. Oh, I have to stop this, then I can delete each individual. Okay, so as you can see it works as down, I think. So I have to press the left right button. Okay, whatever, you have get the idea. You just have to set the macro here. You can rename it, and basically you can go here and you can set up any buttons with that macro. Like you can see here's the our macro appears. So by that you can set up your macro and it will help to improve your gaming performance. But as I talked about it, it's not perfect for gaming. I can show you that. Like it's have 125 hertz polling rate. Okay, so just I have to press here, and as you can see it's on 125 hertz and it's not going up anywhere. So I'll just clear it and back to the software. And this is like the macro settings I have already talked about. And we have also got the advanced settings. Here we'll get the pointer precision and the fire speed, like 8 ms is the minimum, and the wheel speed and the DPI settings. So each settings have their own color. You can set it up just to by pressing this color button, and you can set it up on your own. You can also define custom colors. You can uh, set the hue, set the saturation, luminance, and also by reducing and increasing red, green, and blue. So I close it. Then next we have these LED settings, and here you will get all the LED settings, like DPI breadth. You can set the speed here, the cycle breadth. You can choose the colors from here: flowing water, single water, and all this. Okay, so this is definitely a very handy software and nice looking. I don't see any flaws in here. Also we have this music lightning button. What it do that if we turn it on, our mouse light will flicker when any music started on your laptop or PC. Okay, so here you have it. This software is very handy for the mouse, and you can set it up for your mouse. And also I think that if you set any settings on this software, the mouse will remember these settings because this mouse have a inbuilt memory chip. So if you set up these settings and apply it and plug it onto another computer, it will work as this computer. Doesn't matter if that computer have this software or not.
My own personal opinion is, if you're not serious about gaming and just want to buy a solid mouse with beautiful RGB colors and under 10 bucks, just go for it and you won't regret it. Thanks for watching this video this long, and hope you see in the next one. Bye.